I am muted. Professional streamer, yo. Oh my god. Rookie! No, not even. Greenhorn! There you go. Had to play the part of the natural. The title of it is Wrigley Field, because that's where we're gonna be tonight. But do we see a scoreboard shatter like Roy Hobbs did? I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. How many flights did I have? Not enough is the answer to your question. So, yeah, it's my birthday. It's the big 5-0. Action will be from Wrigley Field here momentarily as we look at the first two games. It was all Astros pretty much in game number one as they won that one 6-1. Game two, it looked like it was going to be all Cubs as they were up 4-0. And then it was 4 runs off of 2 two-run homers, one for Seth Beer, then another for Yordan Alvarez to tie this game up at 4. Went into extras, and, well, when the guy gets 2 home runs, I know some of you get PTSD now, but when someone gets 2 home runs, you gotta give him the proper due. I came in like a wrecking ball. It's exactly what Danny Smith Jr. did in extras. Hit his second of the night, 3 RBI on the day, and with that, he helps the Cubs defeat the Astros by a 6-5 score in extra innings. This series now tied at 1, and we'll be heading to Wrigley Field here momentarily. Coming back live, it is game number 3 of the eMLB World Series getting ready to take place here. We are now transitioned over to our starting lineup screen. Let's go give her a look. I will remove myself from the screen so that you can look at this a little more carefully. Astros coming in to Chicago in this game. 1 game in this series. Of course, it's a tie. Pivotal. Game 3 coming in. All right, let's look at the situation here as we are in game only expecting for Houston. Forrest Whitley may be the question mark. He did pitch back-to-back in games 1 and 2. Of course, there was a off day for travel. So Whitley may be a little gassed, but might be still very likely to go. For the Cubs, Ian Hamilton is probably, well, no, Hamilton's had a couple days off, and it's just the setting, but we'll see if he gets called at all tonight. Here's tonight's lineup for Game 3 of the eMLB World Series. First, for your American League pennant champion, Houston Astros, Sammy Isla will be in center field. Grayson Rowan is behind the plate batting second. Yordan Alvarez had a home run in game 2. He will bat third over at first base tonight. Seiya Suzuki will be in left field batting fourth. Gaetano Tiscarinia is your designated hitter. I am Groot. Which, if you speak Groot, you know I just said. Carlos Correa will be over at shortstop tonight. 3 for 9 in this series with 2 RBI. He'll bat 6 and over at short. Get to work on your Groot. Kyle Tucker will be back in this game in right field. He came in as a pinch hitter, drew a walk in yesterday's game. Matt Chapman is at third, batting 8th. And Alejandro P.A. will scoot over from first base over to second tonight for this one. Corbin Martin, the 30-year-old from Houston, Texas, 13-game winner during the regular season. He is 1-0 with a 2.19 ERA so far in the postseason here with a whip of 0.65. For the Cubbies, Jackie Roberts will start off in left field. Luis Arias will make his first start in this series. Arias again 0 for 1 in the entire postseason, his first at bat in yesterday's game. Danny Smith Jr., 2 home runs, 3 RBI yesterday. He'll try to double up, or game 2, he'll try to double up on that. He's in center field batting third. Danny White will move up to the 4 spot today. He'll be at first base. Kent Herbeck Jr. over at third batting 5th. Brendan Rodgers moves to the 6th spot over at second. Daniel Cabrera slides down to the 7th spot. He will bat 7th in right field. Tank Espelin up to 8th. And playing over at short, Carson Kelly, who's 1 for 6 with a double in this series, will bat ninth and behind the dish. 21-year-old Mullins, South Carolina native Billy Sullivan. He is in his rookie season. He's a second-year rookie, had 3 starts in his prior year. 1-1 with a 3.86 ERA in this postseason so far. He was an 11-game winner, but had an ERA 1 full run higher than Corbin Martin. Let's scoot over to Wrigley Field for tonight's game. Welcome, fans, to Wrigley Field. It's nighttime baseball, a beautiful but crisp night here. We'll wonder if the ball's going to travel far in tonight's game. 41 degrees the temperature at game time. Wind is blowing out to right in the Windy City at 9 miles an hour today. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's get this game started. Here's your defensive alignment for the Cubs in this one. Tonight, it will be Jackie Roberts in left field. Danny Smith Jr. is in center. Daniel Cabrera in right field. Ken Herbeck Jr. is over at third base. Tank Espelin is your shortstop. Brendan Rodgers over at second. And Danny White is at first. Carson Kelly will be behind the plate in this one. On the hill tonight for the Cubs, it's the 21-year-old from Mullins, South Carolina, Billy Sullivan. All right, let's start it off. Sammy Isla gets us underway. Isla for the postseason, 286, 2 home runs, 4 runs batted in. And for the World Series, he's 2 for 10 with a run scored. All right, birthday stream is ready. Birthday beer in hand. Goofy, it took 50 years to look like this, hat in place. Mom and Dad, it's the only time I'm wearing it. Let's have fun. Cheers, guys. Thank you for being here on my special day. Let's get her going. It looks like we'll have a first pitch start. Cheers. First pitch, Isla sees. He'll rifle it out in right field, and that one is going to get down for a hit. As he says, he absolutely clotheslined that one. And a big situation for him to do a lot of damage. First pitch, and look at this. This one's going to get in the dirt. Kelly chases after it, but no chance to get the speedy Isla. Cubs are imploding to start here. It's 1-0. The 3-2 to left field. Coming in, Jackie Roberts. Gets under it, makes the play. Here comes the play to the plate. Heading towards home is Rowan. Safe! Sac fly for Gaetano Tiscarinia will score the runner. Grayson Rowan from third, and we've got a 2-0 ball game. Here's your defensive alignment for the Astros in this one. A little different than the last time you saw him. Seiya Suzuki back to left field in this one. Sammy Isla in center, and Kyle Tucker is in right field. Matt Chapman over at third. Carlos Correa is your shortstop. Alejandro Pie will get his first game at second. And Yordan Alvarez will be back over to first on this one. Grayson Rowan behind the dish. On the hill for the Astros will be 30-year-old from Houston, Texas. It's Corbin Martin. Martin, 32 appearances on the regular season. He was a 13-game winner with a 3.99 ERA, 164 and 2/3 innings of work, allowed 177 hits, 23 home runs, and walked 50 batters while striking out 133. Ground ball specialist, throws the traditional 4-pitch arsenal, the fastball, slider, curveball, and changeup. For the postseason, this is his third start now. He's 1-0 with a 2.19 ERA. He's ready to go. 2-2 pitch. Whoa! Hold on a sec. That's a home run for Alejandro Pie, but I just noticed something. Alejandro Pie crushes that ball, makes it 4-0. But look who's pitching. Why? Did we have an injury? Yes. Bill Sullivan got injured while pitching, and I didn't see that. So he leaves the game after an inning and a third, only faces 8 batters before he departs. And of course, we don't know the extent of the injury, but here we are, second inning, and it's now 4-0, and the Cubs are going to have to scramble in the bullpen. And it hasn't worked already, as PA just rocked Craig Kimbrell, who now comes in. First pitch he sees to center field. Danny Smith Jr. trying to range on it, going back. It's going to get over his head. Trotting in from third is Kyle Tucker. Sammy Isla gets an RBI double and makes this a 5-0 game. Wind had to be a factor. Smith started to play it back. Might have had a bad misstep to start it off. Could not recover in time. And it's a double for Sammy Isla. The 1-0 pitch to left field. Very far. Very back, and that one is going to leave the yard. 2-run homer for Grayson Rowan. Second home run of the night for the Astros. It's a 7-0 game. A 3-2. To third, just past Chapman for the base hit. Heading for home is Espelin. He will get in front of the attempted tag, and it's a 7-1 ball game as the Cubs try to come back. RBI single for the hometown Carson Kelly. Correa, your batter, 0 for 2 with an 0-2 count. Pushes it towards right field, coming over Daniel Cabrera. Beautiful sliding catch. He will make it. Dear Lord, that's the second sexy play of the day in this World Series from Daniel Cabrera. The 1-2. Right center field. This one is going back. Daniel Cabrera just hit a grand slam. Daniel Cabrera, touch 'em all, grand slam. It's a brand new ball game. Cubs get back into this one. It is 7-5. I guess you can touch this. What a game we've got. Just when you thought it was a yawner, a snooze fest, a clunker. Now it's a ball game. The 2-2. To left, to third base, diving stop from Matt Chapman is gonna stop that one and end the run. Another sexy play of the day, this time from Matt Chapman. The 1-2 to Tucker. Got him.
Fatality.
Zach Jackson works a perfect 7th inning. 1-2-3 they go. It's time for the 7th inning stretch.
I was born to love you. I was born to lick your face. I was born to rub you. But you were born to rub me first.
7th inning stretch here on the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show. It's game 3 of the 2026 eMLB World Series. Thought this one was going to be all Houston right out of the gates, especially after the injury to Bill Sullivan. But here come the Cubs. Bottom of the 7th, we now go in a 7-5 ball game. The 1-0. To right field, fair ball. That'll get down. Runner is going for the plate. He will get in there with the RBI single for Carson Kelly. It's now 7-6. Here come the Cubs some more. Espelin stopped at second on the play. Rogers scored, and it's now 7-6, bottom of the 7th. A 2-1 pitch. towards center field. Not Danny Smith Jr. Sammy Isla had to go and make a leaping catch. The animation didn't look great, but it's a sexy play of the day as he had to make a leaping over-the-shoulder catch from the 1-2 punch, Sammy Isla. And a 3-2 pitch. To left, pretty well struck, going back down the line. It clears over the fence, and it's a home run for Matt Chapman. Matt Chapman's third home run of the postseason, his second of the World Series. Gives some breathing room back to the Astros. It's 8-6. The 1-0. Line shot up the middle. There's a base hit for Suzuki. Runner is gonna go for home. The play is not in time. It's gonna be an RBI single for Seiya Suzuki. PA scored from second to make this 9-6. To left field, and it drops in for a hit. A rise will come from third to score, and it's a 9-7 ball game. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. To the 9th inning we go. It could be anyone's ball game at this point. It is 9-7 Houston. The 1-2 pitch. Jams him inside, got him to swing, and he goes down. The Houston Astros will win this game 9-7, and they will take a 2-1 lead in this fall classic. Great game by both sides. A lot of offense starting out. But in the end, it ends up being a 9-7 game as the Cubs came back after being down 7-0. They score 7 themselves, but the Astros get 2 important runs in the top of the 8th to be the difference in this game. A lot of offense on both sides. 14 hits for the Astros. 3 hits for Sammy Isla. 2 runs scored, an RBI. Grayson Rowan, 2 for 4. He had 2 runs. He had a homer and 2 runs batted in. Also, Kyle Tucker, 2 for 5. Matt Chapman, 2 for 5, had a home run. And Alejandro Pie was 2 for 4 with a 2-run homer. For the Cubs, you had multiple hit games from the bottom 3 in the order. They were tough tonight. Daniel Cabrera, 2 for 5, had the big bottom of the 5th grand slam to make this one a ball game. He was 2 for 5 with a homer and 4 RBI. Tank Aspelin, 2 for 5, scored a run. Carson Kelly, 2 for 4, had 2 RBI on the day. 10 hits for the Cubs, 14 for the Astros. Winner will go to J.D. Hammer. He gives up a run on an inning, but he is in right place at the right time. Bill Sullivan, who ends up getting a fairly decent blister and had to leave this game in the 2nd. Not expected to come back and play in the rest of this series. He will fall to 1-2 on this one. Sammy Isla, with his 3 for 4 performance, is credited with player of the game. Definitely hurt. Cubs had to go to 7 different pitchers, and they do have game 4 the following sim day, although it will take a couple of days before we have that again. So with that, back to the litter box I will go. Fluffy Kitty Ninjas do assassinate, and you're looking at their victim. So next time I can find some glue and tape, I'll put my head back on straight and be back in front of you. So for more information, if you're not in our Discord, once we have that down, join us in our Discord and we'll be able to give you more specifics and make you more aware. Other than that, follow us on Twitter so that you will find out when we will stream next. But for now, Commish LP reminding you how you think directs your life. When you think you're best, you're going to be your best. So go do your best, even if you turn 50 years old, like I did today. Well, thanks again. I appreciate your kindness and spending some of my birthday with me. I had fun. I enjoyed all the beer I've had today, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks. Have a great rest of your night. Peace.
You jackass!